Hey guys, what's up? It's Barrett, Insane Drummer. So today I wanted to make a video for musicians. Most of my channel's videos are for musicians, but this one is specifically for musicians. And that's the best ways that I've found in my experience in making money in music. Because music is one of the hardest things to make money in. It easily is. So through my experience, I can tell you that the answer is teaching. That is the easiest way you can make money in music. Let's go through the other options. Having a band and making it. Yeah, okay, good luck with that one. Believe me, I've been in many bands, and it's fun. And if you're doing it for fun, that's great. You know, if you're doing it for weekend gigs, that's cool. But you're only gonna make a couple $100 a week, maybe $200 at the most. If you're doing really good and you got a gig, and you're making 100 or more a gig, you know, per weekend, that's great. And that's where most people are. That's like the highest rank you can get in a local town, making a couple hundred a gig on a weekend, which is okay, but you know, that's not a lot of money. So that's one. Two, another way to make money as a musician, YouTube. Ha, that's funny. So let's talk about that. How do you make money as a musician on YouTube? Well, you get into this rat race, right? There's a rat race where you literally have to come up with content all the time, once a week at least, or else your people leave you, right? And I obviously, you know, everyone falls into this rat race that's in YouTube. There's nothing wrong with it. But musicians, for whatever reason, I'm gonna say, have an extra hard time with it. Because, like, say you're a guitar guy, there's only so many videos about guitar you can do, you know? Say you're a drum guy like me. Believe me, I ran out of ideas a long time ago. So what you end up getting stuck into is doing like covers, which is great because people love covers. People love to see things that they're related to, that they can relate to. And so covers are a great way to get more and more followers on YouTube. But what happens when you cover songs? You don't get monetized. So there's a whole slippery slope, and they make it really hard. They make it really hard for you to make any money because no one wants anyone to make any money. And by the way, disclaimer, I'm not saying you need to be a musician to make money. There's millions of musicians who just play music for fun, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I teach them every day. But I'm saying this video is for those of you who want to take it to the next step. You want to become your own entrepreneur. You want to be, you know, not a real musician, but a musician who makes money, all right? So we've gone through two options so far. Being in a band, all right, woo, you get to play on the weekends, maybe doing some covers or something. Now this depends on where you live, but I live in it's a small town, but it's not super small. You know, it's no Nashville or Atlanta or anything. And I'm telling you from experience, the only guys that make money in this town and bands are the guys that play covers, and they're in different bars, and they have that gig circling through every week. Or they go around, you know, the Southeast. And then there's YouTube. All right, good luck with that. You know, and that's kind of honestly why I'm glad I didn't get demonetized, or that's why I'm glad I did get demonetized, because now I don't have to worry about it anymore. If I want to post a cover, I can post a cover. Like before, I would tell myself, no, the video is not going to get monetized. Now I could literally do anything because I don't have to worry about monetization. All right, let's keep going through them. Another way to make money as a musician, make your own product, like a book or CD. Yeah, okay. So the problem with that is, it's not really a problem, but the thing about that is that everyone can make music nowadays. You buy a MacBook, it's going to come with GarageBand, and that's a beautiful thing. I love that it's so available to people, but when something becomes saturated, its value goes down. So the people who are trying to create albums, all right, they're trying to self-create albums. Guess what? There's hundreds of thousands of those every single day released. So the bottom line is you have to spend lots of money on marketing, or you just have to have a good following, or, you know, by some miracle, your album gets picked up by some guy, right? or you just grind at it so hard that you know, you go play a lot of places and sell your album. I'm not telling people. Now here's another thing to remember: I'm not telling you not to do any of this stuff. You know, if you want to create a YouTube, whatever, you want to be in a band, whatever, you want to create a book or an album, whatever, right? I think that's an awesome thing. I've done all of these things, but the best way to do it is teaching. All right, why do I say that? Let's think about it. Okay, teaching is the easiest thing you can get into as a musician. Here's the thing, all right? You can literally post an ad on Craigslist, and that's how I first started getting students. Say you get 4 students, right, in a week. Well, if the going rate is about 20 to 25 to 30, something like that, when you teach music. In a small city, a bigger city can get anywhere up to 50, but you kind of have to have more of a name to get like $50 per hour, especially about 30 minutes. But you can post an ad on Craigslist, right? And you can get, you start accumulating students, you can grow so much faster than trying to play and go do a bunch of shows and play music that way and make money on gigs. Nobody's paying gigs these days, man. The music business is dead because nobody is paying for gigs. Everyone is listening to music for free on YouTube and Spotify, and sure, there's stream revenue, sure, but I'm telling you right now, if you start teaching, that is the way to make the most money, unless you're one of these guys that get a contract. Now, I will tell you, let's say another thing you might be interested in. I don't remember what number I'm on, but say another thing you might be interested in is touring. Touring is beautiful, and I've actually never got the chance to do that. Just because I just haven't. I've had opportunities, but I have never toured with a band. So I can't say much about that. But I can say I know a guy that has toured with a bigger band, and his contract was like $50K a year or something like that. So, you know, he got paid that much a year to tour. So obviously that's a great way to make money as a musician too. Duh, people do it all the time. People tour as musicians. But that's still only a limited amount of money. If you actually want to grow your wealth over time, teaching is the best way to do it. If you create an album, guess what? You got to create another album to keep growing your wealth. If you create a book, you got to create another book. If you create a video on YouTube, you got to create another video on YouTube. Now, the problem with teaching is it takes skill. It also takes a lot of patience. It takes sequencing, pacing, and it takes marketing dollars, obviously. So there's obviously downsides to teaching, but the point is this: you're not going to make money any easier as a musician unless you teach. And that was the whole point of me making this video, is I just kind of want to bring that discussion up. And I'm talking about not people who are big time, okay? Duh, people who are big time are gonna make lots and lots of money playing shows. Those are big time people, man. I'm talking about everyone else, people who play guitar or bass or drums or whatever on the weekend, and you're saying to yourself, I love this, man. Why can't I not make music at it? Because you're not teaching. All right, guys, that's all I got. If you're interested in learning more about teaching music, you know, you're playing right now and you want to get into teaching, I'd love to tell you what I know and you know, get you kind of in the game if you're interested. So you know, start a discussion down below. What do you guys think about what I said? Do you think I'm full of crap? You know, it's cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.